No, no, nope, nope, nope. We will not talk about Chris and Paige first in this episode recap. Nope, I'm tired of their foolishness. I'm tired of their ignorance. Paige ain't no longer naive. No, they will not be the first couple we talk about today. Okay? We gonna talk about Jacob and Hayley. Married at First Sight, season 12, episode 6. Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Fruitful Wife. My name is Brittany, aka The Fruitful Wife, your marriage cheerleader. On this channel, you will find out information about marriage motivation, marriage inspiration, and I also review TV shows talking about where you guessed it, marriage. So if that sounds like something that interests you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become a part of the Fruitful Family tree. We would love to have you. Remember, guys, as this recap is going on, put your comments down below because every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I come on live and read your comments and we discuss them. You will get a shout out by yours truly, the Fruitful Wife. Also, remember, guys, we got Fruitful Wife memberships. I am dropping diamonds, rubies, emeralds, sapphires in the private members only Facebook group. Grab you a membership so you can join the phenomenal teachings and the series that I am dropping on a weekly basis. So now that we got housekeeping done, let's get into Jacob and Hayley. Honey, I told you. What did I tell y'all? I told you. I sure did. I even sang the song by Keith Sweat and them. And I told you that Jacob was ready. He was ready. And obviously Hayley was ready too. They have consummated le marriage. And obviously, by how Hayley is acting, it wasn't wonderful. I mean, they went from kicking it. I mean, didn't he not mention it? Everything was going great the couple of days, and now all of a sudden you're backing off, and you know something's going on. And Hayley said that something is missing and not clicking for her. It's okay, Jacob. You know, those kind of things, you know, they can be worked on. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you have somebody committed to the marriage, you know, when you're not able to quite, you know, take care of those marital duties, you know, there's a lot of things that you can do, you know, to get better if Hayley will allow it. You know what I'm saying? So it seems like after they consummated their marriage, Hayley is kind of like, I don't know, she's sending out mixed signals. I don't know if it's because she gave herself to him and now she's like, whoa, things are moving too fast. Let me just hurry up and back myself up. Oh my goodness, what have I done? I don't even know this man. and I've been single for all this years, which she is so proud of that. Is she not? Hayley is proud of the fact that she's been single for so long. Every time anybody say anything, that's all she talk about. Well, I've been single, but Hayley talk about being single just as much as Jacob talk about his house. Can we be real about it? They neck and neck. We're talking about she been single for 7 years and he didn't put a beach in his house. They talk about it so much but Hayley, you ain't single now. And Jacob seems very hurt that she has drawn away from him. But you know what it is, Jacob. You just not trying to say it on national TV, which I understand, good looking out. But you know, Jacob, you know. But here's my thing too. And this was the issue that I had with even Karen on season 11. A lot of people are like, well, that's just not me. I just, I'm reserved, and I don't rush into things, and that's just not my personality. I don't understand why people with that type of personality come on this show, right? Because here's my thing. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to take things slow. There's nothing wrong with you being a reserved person. There's nothing wrong with you being the type of person that opens up slowly. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That is your right, and you have to go with your comfortability. But why would you enter into an experiment where you are literally entering into marriage with the person you've met on the first day, and that ain't what you do? I think that people really enter into married at first sight like it's dating at first sight. And it's not. This show is not for those who want to take their time. This show is not for those who, are so scared of it's not the answer to do the extreme opposite of your character because you're tired of being alone. You know what I'm saying? And we see, because of that type of reservation, even all of the flack that Karen received last season, even though, a lot of it was edited a certain way. But Hayley, boo-boo, why did you do this? I don't understand that. I don't get, can somebody help me explain that? Comment down below. Do you feel that people who like to take things slowly, people who don't like to jump into things and who really want to take their time in relationships, should they be signing up for a show like this? Because literally Jacob is ready to go all in, and his feelings are so crushed that Hayley, is kind of backtracking now that they've been intimate. And, it seems like maybe Hayley, has kind of freaked herself out, which, is understandable that you marrying a stranger, but you know how you are. Stop taking this man through this torture, and you know how you are, Hayley. And I will say that it was dead wrong that Hayley went and had breakfast with the other couples, lied to Jacob, and said that it was just the girls. And when he went downstairs, it was all of them. You wrong, Hayley. If you want to be by yourself, you need to woman up and say that. Jacob, I want time alone. I want to go to this breakfast without you. And then let the chips fall where they may. But now you lying? You're lying. And you lying about something that little. What else would you lie about? You know what I'm saying? I thought that was very immature. I thought it was very high school. And I'm like, Hayley, you signed up for this, boo-boo. And then you were the one, he didn't force you into intimacy. You took that next step with him. And he was being very patient with you. Now he all in for real. And he's feeling you. Let's talk about Clara and Brian. Ryan and Clara are very interesting to me. I know that people like to say that opposites attract, but I'm wondering about them, and I'm wondering how they're going to continue to mesh. I just see so many of Claire's insecurities bubbling up. I see that she's very uncertain and unsure of herself, even though she puts on a front that she is. And that's what I continue to see. I mean, even when all of the girls got together and they were like making the drinks together, and then they sat down and they were catching up with one another. And they were talking about how their marriages are going. Clara lied. Clara straight up lied to those girls. And I'm like, Clara, you act like a camera wasn't in your face and people ain't gonna see all of this play out on TV. Like, ma'am, you told these people that Ryan is so perfect for you that, if you would have met him at a factory, he would have still been your husband. You talking about how y'all agree about every single thing. And then you telling the girls, that y'all are just so much alike. Where? Where, Claire? Where are y'all so much alike? Oh, by the way, Clara and Ryan have also consummated their marriage according to Clara, which she wasn't supposed to be shared. But we know that Clara is going to say so. And I have like, Ryan, we watching on the outside and we can see this, bruh. So, Clara, we saw that you were not faith-based. He is. He wants his children raised in church. You don't. He subscribes to Christianity. You don't want to subscribe to any organized religion, so you say. You're also, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all aren't so much alike. Ain't no alike, but I get it. You're putting on this representation, and you want to be the best couple. You want to be the fans' favorite couple. You want to be the next Woody and Amani. And before that, it was what was that couple? The guy who traveled all the time. The girl, she was a twin. And he had never said I love you, but he ended up saying I love you on decision day. Who was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, there's a couple. There's a couple that everybody, ends up being the fan favorite. And I know you want to be that, Clara, but y'all not. Brianna and Vincent, they're kind of in the lead for that. Not saying that things can't change. But ma'am, you ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to tell us, you and Ryan are perfect for each other. No. And honey, with the whole incident between Chris, Virginia, and Clara, and I'm gonna get into the nitty-gritty of that when I get to Chris and Paige. Butter rum. Did y'all see at the end when Ryan was basically like, I think you could learn a lot more listening than you can talking. And I think, you need to work on closing your mouth. Basically, that's basically what he said. Now, I'm not quite sure if he was saying that in general or if he was saying that to Clara specifically. Child, close your mouth, because I don't want to have to fight dudes because you writing checks your behind can't cash. But she was like, it seems like he wants to control me. He wants me to be the better version of myself, and that includes me not talking a lot. No, baby. No, that ain't what he's saying. He ain't trying to control you. Ryan don't seem like the controlling type at all. You've been talking crazy about how you want your children to do anything and everything, and you don't want to raise them. You basically want them to raise themselves. And he's just been like, the whole time. Obviously, he's not controlling. Eric, on the other hand, that's a whole nother situation, but we shall get that. We shall get that. But, ma'am, I agree with him. Look, we know Chris crazy. We know that Paige stupid. but keep your mouth off of it. What you got to do with it? What type of credentials? What type of degrees? What type of certifications do you have to where you can effectively and efficiently counsel Chris and Paige about anything? If I'm not mistaken, weren't you just telling me that you just got done talking with a guy who offered you $300 if he could talk with your friend? And that's just how much he values you and your friend, that he gonna give you $300. So, baby girl, yeah, gotcha. All right. So, it just seems to me like Clara was fronting. She was putting up a front. She want to look like, her relationship is something that it ain't quite developed yet. And I'm not saying that it can't get there, but I'm saying, yeah, lies and deceit, Claire. You and Ryan, don't see eye to eye. You and Ryan ain't on the same page on quite a few things, including your living arrangements. You said it yourself. But yeah, Ryan told her to control her speech. I agree. Yeah, so let's talk about Brianna and Vincent. It seems like, the rose-colored glasses are beginning to come off. I still love them. They're still one of my favorite couples. I still think that they have a strong chance of making it. But I said it from the beginning. Brianna, he ain't your child. He's not a boy, and he did not get married so you can change him. He did not marry you, or marriage, and that's what a lot of women have this issue. You think that you're gonna get with this man, and then all of a sudden you want to start changing him and developing him into what you want to see. But what you need to do is love him where he is, and maybe by your example, and not degrading him, disrespecting him, bringing him down, maybe he will say, you know what, well, I do want to step up in this area. I do want to level up in this aspect. But ma'am, you coming out the gate like he's your child. He's not your puppy. He's not Cookie, baby. Brianna, he's not Cookie. And he's not a child. He's a grown man, and he's been doing grown man things way before you came into the picture. And if he wants to be a little slack about his time, then yes, if it bothers you, speak up. But you also can't boss him either, boo-boo. And I said it. Y'all in La La Land and all that kind of stuff. Y'all done consummated the marriage. He's really enjoying you. But ma'am, you're going to have to back up. He's not a kid. He's not a kid. And Vincent seems like he ain't got no problem letting her know. But I do like the fact that after the cameras left, he addressed it. While the cameras were there, you could see the annoyance on his face. And he kind of looked up and kind of looked off and things like that. But I love how he addressed it after the cameras, when I was like, we can work with that. You know what I'm saying? We can work with that. So, yeah, Brianna's going to have to stop. And it is kind of rude. It is, she said she took it as rude. It is rude. Your actions are rude. You just met this man. You're getting to know him. Yes, you're his husband. Yes, you want to cultivate him, by your example, but you can't force nobody to do nothing that they don't want to do. That's a whole adult boo-boo. Right? Y'all feeling me? I'm just saying. Let me see. Let me see what else I got. Yeah, and Brianna's talking about how he's unstructured and that annoys her. And I get that. And she's bossy, that annoys him. But, y'all are going to have to come to an understanding. That's what I wrote about them. Let's see who else we want to talk about. So we done talked about Hayley and Jacob, Clara and Ryan. We done talked about Brianna and Vincent. Let's get into Eric and Virginia. Eric has had a phenomenal time in Vegas. Do you hear me? He has lived it up, and I believe that he has drank more since he's been with Virginia, since the whole time that he has been, what is that? The whole 13 years he's been able to drink. And it's coming to a head. Did y'all not see him when the fellas were getting together and talking about their marriages? He was gone. He was gone. He was gone. I hope he looked back at that footage and was like, wow, I was a little extra. I mean, he's over there like, and whoa. And it's so, I mean, well, it's so, oh. Sir, I'm gonna need for you to get you a piece of bread and a cup of coffee, because you looking real crazy to be a pilot flying commercial airlines and stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna need for you to sober up, sir. And I understand he's on vacation, but okay, that it's a lot. It's a lot. And Virginia is really taking him out of his comfort zone, and I don't know if it's a good thing. And he's over here talking about how everything's perfect and wonderful and good, and all the experts, they matched us for a reason, Yeah. Sir, stop it. Stop it, please. Stop. It's embarrassing to watch. And on the other hand, Virginia's like, no, we got problems. He wants to control me. I can't have my guy friends. This is too real. I thought I got married, but I didn't know I got married. I don't understand why Virginia signed up for this either. Hayley, Virginia, why y'all do this? Virginia don't want to be married. Virginia wants some consistent intercourse. That's what she wants. She don't want no marriage. Honey, she was about to freak out because he was talking about a guy friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, honey, she just out there. First of all, she was talking to Clara. It looked like it was in the morning too, and she looked like she was still saucy. She was still saucy in the morning talking to Clara. I said, ma'am, when's the last time you've been completely sober? And Eric cannot indulge in that lifestyle. She's like, I want you to go out with me. I want you to party with my friends. I want you. Ma'am, he has a whole career as a pilot. Do you understand the seriousness of, even if he does that with you the night before and it's still in his system the next day? Do you understand the consequences and the repercussions that could happen? You could have him trying to find a completely different career if he gets caught up in your immaturity. First of all, Virginia is 26, but she done drunk so much that she looked like a grandma in the face. I said it. She done drank so much she looked like a grandma in the face. Ma'am, you need to slow down before you look 90 at 30. I mean, if you want to live that life, that's fine. But then you got to know marriage ain't for you. Not saying that a married person can't ever go out and be social or any of those things. But what you won't sound like the single life. I told y'all they gonna have some issues. I don't know why the experts did. I got a whole bunch of questions for the experts. I don't understand why I ain't seen the experts yet. I thought I was going to see them on this episode. Where y'all at? I better see them next episode. Because this is too much. Okay, so let's get into it about Virginia, Clara, and Chris. I want y'all to comment down below and tell me, who do you think is right in this situation? Because I have a very unpopular opinion, and I'm going to tell y'all. Let me just say something. I have done some things in my marriage that I am not proud of. I've made some mistakes. My husband and I, we have had some rocky things in our marriage. He has done some things. I've done some things. You know, we've had our issues in the marriage, for sure. But let me tell you something. I dare for one of Mike's friends to come and check me. Now, y'all might disagree with that, and y'all might be like, you know, Clara and Virginia, they were right. Yeah, you go after Chris. You go. Let me tell you something about staying out of married folk business. You stay out of married folk business Sunday unless, one, you have the experience and the wisdom to speak on it. That's number one. Two, you have been invited in to speak on and give wisdom on it, right? Three, it somehow directly is correlated to you. Other than that, let me tell you something about staying out of married folk business. Because Paige, she know what she in. She know what she doing. She ain't naive. She ain't defenseless. She ain't poor Paige. Paige want this. You hear me? Paige like it. Paige want it. She like it. She love it. She want more of it. And y'all over here yip yapping, dibbity dapping with Chris, honey. Now, if you gon' do it, then be bout it. If you gon' do it, be bout it and be ready for whatever clap back you gon' get. And Chris came with the clap back. Don't dish it if you ain't ready to take it, okay? Virginia, don't you be out here talking about who baby it is, and you need to man up and step up, and then you over here crying because he talking about you a drunkard. Ma'am, you need to swallow that and continue on, sis. Obviously, you weren't ready for this challenge. Huh? I suggest you retreat so you can live to fight another day. Is Chris a dog? Yes. Is Chris wrong? Yes. Is Chris a fool? Somebody say it with me? Yes. Is Paige a fool? Yes, she is. Is Paige staying in it intentionally, even though she know what it is? Somebody say it with me? Yes. Yes, she is. Now, unless she said, girls, I need your help. Can somebody please go talk to Chris? That's one thing. Other than that, mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. And y'all got exactly, what did Kenya Moore say? Wasn't she the one who said it? Don't come for me unless I've sent for you. And honey, obviously they weren't sent for. And honey, they all was crying. And then, no, if you gonna check them. I mean, if you gonna do the doggone thing, do the doggone thing. If you gonna stand up for righteousness, don't be crying. And I've never had any men talk to me like that my entire life. If my dad, if my brothers were here, it would have gone to, okay, well, if you feel that way, and if you feel some way about a man, see, now it's all gender equality until he start clapping on you. See, that's another thing too. Women want to talk about we equal. Men, women, it's equal opportunity. Oh, but when he start getting in that face, all of a sudden, let me call my dad and my brothers. No. See, you didn't send Eric to handle it for you. You was the one who decided to open your mouth to correct Chris. Don't call for the men now. No. See, anything that I start, I can finish. Whether it be male, female, or whatever. Dog, cat, horse, lion, donkey, chicken. If I started, I have completely calculated the risks and consequences, and I'm ready for whatever go down. But ma'am, you can't go there and say then, where's my man? No, bro. No. See, and no. Now, if he, would have been ready to swing on you something, then yeah, call for Eric. But women, they want to talk about, we equal. Men, women, we the same. Okay, well, keep that same energy when he start clapping back. Paige ain't told y'all to say nothing. She ain't tell y'all to do nothing. All you had to do was continue to be there for her, continue to be a sounding board. Brianna, she know what she doing. Brianna listening to it, she taking it in, she giving Paige the best advice she feel that she can. Then she go and talk to her man about it. That's what you do. See, that's wisdom. Not let me go, girl power, and talk to Chris. No. No. And then Virginia and Eric at the last dinner with all the couples, Chris giving his fake apology. We all know it's fake. We all know it's phony. We all know that he's a master manipulator and he gaslighting Paige, and Paige wanna be lit up. Let's just keep that 100 too. She wanna be lit up. She enjoy being lit up. She enjoy being lit up. She's not being held. She enjoys being lit up, and he is gaslighting her. Okay, pumpkin. And so Eric and Virginia come in all wrong, late and wrong. As my sister Angie in real life, check out her review because she posted us too. Late and wrong. And you talking about don't talk to my. First of all, I hope you checked your wife too. Like, ma'am, shut your mouth if you ain't ready to handle your own battle, sis. Look, Ryan got Clara together. Control your tongue, ma'am. I'm not gonna be out here boxing dudes because you talking on folk business that don't belong to yours. But let me tell you something. Nobody better go to my husband talking about any business that I done confided in them with. Don't you dare go to Dennis Michael about nothing. It's gonna be a problem. And let me tell you something. That happened one time years ago. You gotta ask Mike about this. We were dating. We weren't married yet. We were dating. And Mike and I got into an argument. Oh, we had it out too. We was getting together, and then he went and talked to his little friend. He thought he was gonna go confide in his little friend. Then his little friend, honey, gonna have the audacity to post indirectly, passive aggressively about me on his Facebook page. I knew it was about me. I know you talking about me, and saying something on the lines of, I'm tired of good guys getting messed over, and I'm gonna start a club called Good Guys or Us where we can find, some real. I said, oh, really? Oh, you think you don't even know the story because there's two sides to one story. You don't know my side. And you over here posting on public social media about what you think that happened. Honey, I read him his rights. This was before I was surrendered, y'all. You know, I'm surrendered now. So, you know, the blood of Jesus is bridling my tongue. But then there was no bridling of the tongue. And I read him his rights on a public forum. And by the time I finished reading them, see, and his little girlfriends thought that they was going to come and defend him. And then I read them their rights. I read him his rights. I read them their rights. And then when I got back to Dennis Michael, I read him his rights. And by the time it was all said and done, all posts were deleted. And I didn't see so-called friend for almost a year. Because you gonna learn to keep your mouth off of stuff that ain't your business. And that's how I feel about that. If you feel differently, put in comments. Let's talk about it. Now, I know Chris a jerk. He is a jerk, but guess what? Paige won't the jerk. She won't the jerk. She won't the jerk chicken. She won't the jerk chicken. She won't it. She won't the jerk chicken. Honey, she won't it with cabbage. She won't the jerk chicken with peas, pigeon peas and rice. She won't the jerk chicken with cocoa bread. She won't the jerk chicken, y'all. Paige won't that jerk chicken. She won't it. And I'm tired of them. Let's go to something else. This has been my review of Married at First Sight, Season 12, Episode 6. If you made it to the end of this video, first of all, thank you. Thank you. Second of all, comment jerk chicken. Because I'm tired of him. He's a jerk chicken. And Paige won't the jerk chicken. If you bout that life, comment that. Paige won't the jerk chicken. If you ain't about that life, just put jerk chicken. We gonna see what life you bout. Paige won't the jerk chicken. She won't the jerk chicken. What can we do? She won't the jerk chicken. Let Paige have her jerk chicken. Chris over here talking about I want to be with my, I'm considering being with my ex, but I'm with you, so jerk chicken. I love you all. If you made it to the end and you're still not subscribed, go ahead and join the Fruitful Family so you can get some more of this craziness. All right? Love you guys. Until next time, be fruitful and multiply.